Hello Virgo and welcome to your Avalon Rituals reading. My name is Julia, thank you for tuning in, and this is your reading for the month of April 2020. And I'm going to do something very special for you guys. I will not only lay out the Lenormand, I will also lay out the tarot, so you can see how tarot and Lenormand work together so well. Um, First of all, I want to say before I start, excuse me for being late. I was actually working on the website, which is now online. So if you want to read more about the readings, the different types of readings I do, if you want to adopt a crystal, one of my crystal babies, I'll read a little tiny bit about me, and you can go to www.avalonrituals.com, and if you want to subscribe to the newsletter, you will actually get an email with a 10% voucher for your first purchase. So in case you want to have your own personal reading, just sign up to the newsletter so you can then get 10% off your first reading. Also, now I just see 111, beautiful. We have divinely guided numbers here. I want to invite you for to my little singing bowling. If you would like to receive some energy, some healing, you can just close your eyes and hear the singing bowl. If you would like to go to your reading, just skip to round about 3 minutes. That's where I will start with your reading. For everybody who is still here, for the singing bowl, if you like, you can close your eyes and take a deep breath. And exhale. I'm going to lay out the cards. We're going to start with the Lenormand, and in a second you will see your cards. Alright, Virgo, Sun and Rising. What I need to explain first, in case this is your first Lenormand, there's always a card that is indicating you, and this would be the woman in this deck. I know there are men watching as well, but no matter of your gender, you Virgo, you are the woman, while your love interest is the male person here, no matter of the gender. So let's have a look for April 2020. What is around you? There is a tricky situation in your work area, which can be quite a burden, but also it looks like there's a sense of karma or destiny, something like a life lesson within this situation. I see that the topic of work is really something on your mind in this month. You're looking onto a solution to an issue, to a problem, maybe even to this tricky situation that is work related here. I can see that in general you are very loyal, with a dog next to you describing a little bit of your about yourself, your qualities. That's a very friendly person. So also with the key, it might be that you are a little bit closed off sometimes, or it could also mean that you really need a sense of security in your life, while the dog talks about being loyal, trustworthy, and a good friend and a friendly person. It might also be that there is an issue that is work related with a friend here, or if that is not with a friend, then there is something about the topic of trust or loyalty also related to the work. And we have below you a complicated situation also, so in your immediate environment, in your home life. This can not only relate to the place you're living in, so not only the flat or the house you're living in, but it could extend to your immediate environment, like your family, your close circle. In general, this talks about everything you feel comfortable with. So this could also be something you're in general very good at, but there is a complicated situation. There are finances here, and the moon is many things, but it can also stand for success and work. So it might be that finances are coming in from working from home, and that might be a good thing for you here. If I mirror you, you are mirrored onto these cards. So again, here we have the card of the house. So there's some topic in your immediate environment that is with the ice bear. It can talk about your father or a father figure, someone in authority. This could also be a boss or a chef or someone, let's say like a doctor or a lawyer, someone in authority, someone you would consider as high up. It's also a dominant person. If that is not a person, then this card is for your strength. So that could mean that you have a strong, stable home life here in general. We also have the topic of a journey here. So maybe you're thinking about going somewhere. Let's see if we are able to travel at the end of the month, but it might be that you're at least thinking about going somewhere. This can also be the journey of the soul. Maybe you're taking a journey that is more inwardly and that is related to your own strength, to your self-worth here on this top with this card and this combination. Okay, so it seems like work seems to be for you like a bigger topic here. When I now have a look here, there is a decision that will lead to this can stand for your independency, you being self-employed. It can also be about a withdrawal, a separation or isolation. There is something that will need to be let go of. In general, you talk about that what is left to the top or tip of the size is what you let go of, while what is on the right is something you gain. So this can mean that there is a decision that isolation, as the tower stands for, could be gained, but the movement, the travel is still restricted. That could be one possible interpretation. It could also indicate that you gain a sense of independency and that you're going to be self-employed and work from home, like I've said here. So this is what you gain. But again, movement or things really working or moving is a little bit restricted here still. Let's see. There is also a situation related, because the last and the first cards are also important cards to look at. And I can see there is someone here, your love interest, a new beginning that is very lucky. So you take those three cards. It might even be that this means that there is a younger person. Your love interest could be a younger person. And there's also with the clover some luck involved in this situation here. Or someone who's very childlike, or maybe this is about a child with your partner here. Or again, often the child stands for something new, something that starts new, or a new beginning, where this love interest is involved in. I can also see the love interest is mirrored here. Very, very interesting. So it seems like a very strong connection, as we have the karmic situation here. So the love, and also we have the star. The star is talking about destiny. It's under a good star, it's protected, it's written in the stars. We have the karmic partnership here, we have the love here. But also, since it's the corner of the reading, there is something in the changing. So that could, and this is also clarity, so it could actually be that for you Virgo, there is a new beginning. There is a new beginning that is very lucky and that is also meant to happen with this person, and that these things are now in the changing. If I now follow, let's see, also around the love, which is of course your emotional life, I see a positive change. This could also indicate an older male person, and this is a transformation. Sometimes this will talk about something that is stuck, but since we do have the other card here as well, and also here the clarity mirrored onto, and also the card is in the house of the partnership. So it looks like in your partnership there is a new beginning, there is love in your house of partnership, a strong love, or that, as I've said, could be an older male person. And in that sense, I would say this is about a transformation. And this is also what is below him or her. There is love transforming and something regarding public. That is something that he is working out as well. Okay, so let's follow the heart. I do see here being recognized, being valued, success in the house of love. Clarity, beautiful. So there is clarity, and it's under a good star, as I've said. There is clarity about friendship, about loyalty, about trust, which is leading directly to this ice bear or polar bear. So I said that for some of you that might be a younger person. I do feel like for the most of you guys, this is about a new beginning with a person. Also because of the corner cards. And if I now follow the heart and I see, okay, the heart is in the house of partnership, which leads to being seen, being valued. There comes clarity in the topic of trust and loyalty and friendship with the polar bear, which again could mean the older male person. This is giving you a lot of strength and self-worth. There are some things that need to be cleared out in order to gain harmony again. It might be that there is communication about family or about sexuality, that this is something you're going to need to talk about and clear. But also the lilies stand for honesty, so this can also indicate an honest conversation here. And this is leading to the partnership, which leads again to the love. So I do feel there is a new beginning in love for you guys. You might already be with this person, and you might already be in the relationship, and there is a new beginning within the relationship, or it might be that for some of you this is starting like new now. I can also see, because this is your house, as I've said, this is communication and clearing out things. In his house, again, if that is it doesn't matter about the gender, but in both of your houses, there is communication. So I do feel communication is in this month very essential for you guys. Let's ask the tarot. So, okay, so it seems like in general there's a new beginning in your love life. There is a tricky situation in your work life. Also there seems to be a life lesson within this tricky situation. If I follow the anchor, which is for business, I see that there might be some painful situations, something that maybe needs to be let go of. That could be the traveling that need to be let go of. Or some kind of business that needs to be let go of, some kind of actions within the business. Let me see. It might be because this is always the reminder of being mindful. There might be some danger in a sense of you might get hurt. So that is in the section in the house of your work. So there is a complicated situation surrounding this, but also I do see that there is some luck involved as well, and also a new beginning. If I now follow this path, There is a new beginning in your work life where you will gain more energy, more strength. It might be that there is another person involved, which could be indicated by this or by this card. And now I'm getting to this card, which actually, let me see, leads again to the anchor. So it might be that you are dealing with another female person, or another person who's very, let's say bitchy, or makes your life at work a little bit complicated here. But there will be, I do feel like there is a change with the sun, or at least something that will get softened. Okay, Virgo Sun and Rising. What are the additional messages from the tarot, please? Okay, that's interesting. The Ace of Wands, it's just interesting that this comes up, and I just had the last card I was pointing to was this card with the sun and the fire, and now we have a fire card here as well. There will be a new spark in your life. Your fire will be ignited, if that is the way you say it in English. So there is a new spark in your life, something that will give you new motivation, a new drive, new inspiration. Know that you are on the right path. It's all good, it's all working out for you, for the highest good of all. There is communication, and this is about sharing your side, listening to the other side, and finding a point or something to agree on. For me, especially in this card deck, the Five of Swords, because of the picture, it is about negotiating. It's about I share my side of the story, you share your side, and let's see how we can compromise and how we can get along. Which could relate to your work life, but it could also relate definitely to your love life, as you both have the cards of communication in your houses. So what else are the messages? You could be dealing with a fire sign here, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. If that is not a fire sign, there could be that these are the qualities of the King of Wands, which is someone who is like a big thinker, seeing the big picture, someone who's very motivated, driven, very uplifting, visionary. Let's see what's next. Also, we have the Knight of Pentacles, so that could be now an earth sign, or it could be that, so earth sign would be Capricorn, Taurus, or of course Virgo. But also there could be an offer coming in for new stability, something that is really that could have to do with your work life, and that could be the situation, the new beginning in your work life here. But also, of course, if you think about if you have an existing relationship where there will be a new beginning, this could also relate to there's new stability coming in and a new offer in your relationship. I feel like this is a card who says to you, say only yes when you really want to. Say only yes when you know that you can actually do it. And I do feel also this could be related to work and of course to relationships as well. But often it's about we take on too many responsibilities and we forget ourselves within this process of wanting to help others or make it good for others. So it's important that you really do take good care of you, because I do feel this could be a card of burnout, of exhaustion, and I do feel like you need also to take care of you and look after yourself. We also have the Lovers here, so a beautiful confirmation about the whole relationship. Again, it seems like if this is related to also to your partnerships or your partnership, then of course just say yes to things. Don't say yes only to please someone. But I do feel like there's a lot of I do feel like there's a lot of communication really going on. There's another sign, another water sign, another person here. So that now could be Pisces, Cancer or Scorpio. But also the King of Chalices is someone who's very in touch with his feminine side. It's someone who is very artistic, poetic, intuitive, sensitive. Did I say artistic? So that's interesting. It could be that these are the qualities of one person you're dealing with, but it could also be spread here onto people in your work life and onto your relationship life. We have the Six of Chalices, so there is something from the past coming back, which is most likely something related to emotions with the chalices. This can talk about a past life relationship, it can talk about a past life, something about a past life. So therefore also the karma card, which is related to your love interest, but also related here to the work. It can also be something from this life. And I do feel like there is something you actually need to let go of and walk away from, because it's not nourishing you. And I do feel like there is something here with the scythe, also the anchor that leads to this. It might be that there is something for your own stability, as the anchor is not just work, though in most cases it is also about stability, about you being grounded, being stable, feeling stable within yourself, feeling secure within yourself. So this is also the topic of security. But I do feel like there's something you need to let go of. So I do feel you have like some work to do in the month of April now. But I also do feel like if there's work in the relationship, that it's definitely worth it. With the moon, there are some things that you maybe cannot see fully now, because in the moonlight things are, well, if you go out in the sunlight, you can see everything quite clear. In the moonlight, you can't see everything clear. So it might be that it could mean that you are imagining some things here that are not really there, but also it also talks about do not get distracted. Just follow the path in the middle and don't get pulled too much to the left or to the right. And then we have the Judgment here, and that talks about a new awakening. It's amazing to have this at the end, I have to say. There will be a new insight in the month of April for you, a new awakening about a situation where you can finally break free. Break free from a pattern, from something internally. Maybe that is an internal awakening, an internal liberation, but also this can reflect to your let's say 3D earth life, which could relate to work, that there are some situations where you are having insights that will allow you to break free from specific situations. Virgo, let me know if you resonated with the reading. If so, leave me a comment or a like or subscribe to the channel. And if you want your own personal reading, you can just drop me a message here on Instagram or go to my website, sign up for the newsletter, get your code for the 10% off your first reading or purchase in the shop. And I hope you have a great day, a great month, and talk to you soon.